Yeah, I was off with another one that I tried to do, but not by too much.
I can let her off.
All right. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. I'm your host Zachary.
Oh,
We have our host Tony, and we have our famous person. What Nefertari? Is that how you pronounce your username? What is your actual?
Nefertari.
Oh, it is. Oh, my bad.
Yep.
So Nefertari.
Yeah.
Um, so this is going to be our first Talking Famous People episode without host Eric, but bless his name, we'll miss him.
curse him.
So we're gonna ask you some questions to try to identify your type. Um,
Yeah.
so previously Eric interviewed Nefertari, but fucked up the audio. So now it lies on. We've inherited the interview license,
Privilege.
so to speak. Yes. All right. So first question: you go to a carnival. And when you arrive, what's the first thing that your attention is drawn towards? Let's say you go with a group of friends, right? You got your two best buddies with you. Okay, what's the first thing that you're drawn toward when once you arrive at
The lights.
the lights of all the rides and etc.
Yeah, the lights. Yeah. I was actually just in Mexico, and I they're much more lit up. And I was at a carnival there, and they were like everything had like really really pretty lights.
Ah,
It was more than what they have here. So it was like a light show. It was on awesome.
yeah.
Right on,
Okay.
Tony.
That's revelatory. Okay. Let me see here. Question number two. What's something about people that kind of bothers you from time to time, or what kind of pisses you off, or you would wish that people were better at? What do you think people should be more competent in, and that would make the world a little bit better?
Uh, I'm gonna try not to give this away.
Oh, it's too obvious,
uh,
huh?
yeah. Let's see. It bothers me when people are not fair, um, and when they can't make sense out of things and be sensible.
Okay. Let's see here.
Since
Take it away, Zach.
since other things, and you mean like how do you mean what do you mean by make sense of other things?
Uh, be objective. It's um, it kind of seems to be able to look at something. Um, I'm really trying to find a way to dumb this down. Yeah, really just look at things and kind of understand them from a non-biased viewpoint.
I see. So, do you think people should be able to be more detached from their judgments and etc. about the world,
Hmm.
but
At
be
least their immediate judgments,
mhm.
and gather more information,
or make
maybe.
the
Hmm.
judgment based on empirical data? Would you agree with that?
Well, at least that. It all seems like common sense to me, unless it's something that I haven't um, heard about before or whatever. But at least like give it a chance to. Um, I guess. I mean, look at things objectively. Like look at it without like passing judgment on it, until you actually have a good conclusion and you can kind of back that up with facts.
What kind of facts? Sincerely, give us an example.
Uh, I guess an example. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on online with the whole campaign with Bernie and Hillary, and so people I don't want to offend you, but if you're supporting Hillary, then you're obviously not paying attention to the
Excuse
facts.
me. What did you disagree about Hillary? No,
I hope you're not
No,
supporting Donald
we're hard
Trump.
to we're hard to offend, I think.
Okay, so like so obviously Donald Trump is just, I mean, that has to be the most idiotic kind of choice that somebody could make.
In what
And
ways?
Hillary, with Donald Trump,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
just looking at what he stands for and kind of looking at the big picture and seeing,
You're gonna have to
I
get
mean,
way
like,
more
he's just,
specific than that.
what with Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Why not to support Donald Trump? Because he is an idiot.
Right.
Um, Everything about him, well, okay, hold on. He's a good businessman. He is smart. He is straightforward, but he doesn't tell the truth about things.
Mm.
Um, like he uses scapegoating. He uses all kinds of stuff that's not objective. He's really unfair in his arguments. He
Okay,
doesn't.
I get that, I get that, but you're not really giving us any examples. You're just kind of saying that he's unfair
Oh,
and whatnot. Like, what are some of
okay,
what
why
are
is
some
he
of his
unfair? What,
policies?
an example? Okay, that we should build a wall because the Mexicans are illegal immigrants are destroying our country.
So you don't think illegal immigration has anything to do with the nature of our country?
Absolutely not destroying our country. At least no. I think if you look at the facts, if you look at the whole picture, and you put things together, then you can kind of draw conclusions from stuff that continuously happens. You have to look at patterns. You have to look at the history of stuff and how things repeat themselves.
What histories are you referring
And
to?
um, oh gosh, there are so many issues. For one, corporatism. So if you look at corporatism and you look at what capitalism has become, that's actually what is destroying the country now. Um, from a big picture, if uh, were to be general, I'd say it's just greed and people not caring about really who all it's affecting,
Mm-hmm.
um, and kind of just caring about their own interests. And then it's even more idiotic to me that the that low income people are supporting Donald Trump when really he's in it for the interests of um, corporations and big money.
Mm-hmm. How
And
about
it kind
this?
of that seems really it just seems logical to me. It seems like something that would be very obvious.
Yeah.
The income inequality? Is that what you're referring to? That should be obvious.
Say again.
The income inequality, is that what you're referring to? That's fairly obvious.
That and what Donald Trump stands for, it should be obvious that he doesn't stand for any kind of equality.
Mm.
That he just uses um, he appeals to the ignorance and the prejudices of people who are uninformed and just uh, brainwashed or call it cognitive dissonance or whatever it is because I mean those people are not benefited by the system that's in place right now. The people who support him, if
How
they're
about this,
not
Zach?
like super rich.
If Trump is a person, obviously that you don't, they're not a person that you don't look up to. Who is a person, whether it be in history, at least in non-political terms, who is a person that you might admire or might look up to? And yeah, tell us your answer, and then we'll go from there. Should be interesting.
Uh, Let me just say this really quick. With Donald Trump, I actually liked him before. I actually liked him on The Apprentice. I liked how straightforward and how he kind of didn't beat around the bush, and I thought he was pretty funny in some of the debates recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just the way he talked and how quick he was with his responses, and he was kind of, I mean, he was like winning arguments at least. Um, but so I can say that I admire that about him. Um, Now, a person that I admire, let's just say Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. Okay.
And okay, the reason I admire him uh, is just because he's been consistent and he's pretty transparent.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah.
I guess we'll step away just from the political arena here, just to get a multitude of
Mhm.
Right, no,
you
wait, wait.
know,
I want to continue. I want to continue. Okay, so let's.
typical Zach. Go ahead.
It's fun. Okay, go back to what you said. You said that Trump doesn't believe in any type of equality, right? What kind of equality do you think he should be more in favor of?
Human rights.
Such a, like
I think if
what human rights do you feel that he compromises on?
uh, um, really scapegoating people and kind of grouping people in a kind of unfair way. It really it's kind of hard to um, it's hard to say details because I'm looking at it from the big picture. So
Mm,
you in from the big picture, he is um, he's fear mongering and he is just playing off the prejudices and the ignorances of people. Like
Well, what's the
um,
big picture?
he doesn't
What's our
talk about
goal?
anything. What's his goal?
What's the big picture in your eyes? What's the big picture
And
that you're looking from? What do you think that we're moving towards as a political system, or that we should move towards?
what we should move towards is equality,
Right.
transparency, a true democracy, because uh, everybody's equal. People should be heard. Everybody should be heard. Everybody should be respected. Nobody should be scapegoated. I should also
Is that
tell
true
you,
though?
I am.
Is everyone equal? Should everyone be treated equally under a political system?
well, Zach, I'm gonna interject here and
It's
say
not. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that I don't think Zach needs to ask that question because I think I don't think we need to ask that question because I think Neff already revealed
You can tell me
enough.
now.
I
You
think.
can tell me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more so less syllables. I prefer less syllables sometimes. So yeah, I think we could toss that question or at least save it for later. We'll just change it up for a bit. Um, let me see here. How do you feel about that, Zach? Can we save that question for later, or what do you think?
Yeah, we can save it for later. Well, pretty much, I
Yeah.
just want to like. I don't necessarily see equality as our end goal. I don't see why equality should be our higher ideal that we should pursue as a society. But furthermore, I don't think Trump compromises on that idea, egalitarianism. I don't see how that is. If you're drawing that line through wealth inequality, should everyone be obligated to be in the same economic standpoint? Is that what you're implying?
No, no. Equal's not the same. You can say a pound of brick, a pound of feathers. They're different.
Mm.
And I mean, the world needs its different functions, um, like personality. So everybody is going to do what they do, but it shouldn't be done with anybody being oppressed.
Who's being oppressed? And in what ways?